Hi there, welcome to groups. In this video, I'm going to show you how to deal with groups, how to organize your groups. We are going to go from a single layer with many shapes, paths, and ellipses and compound path, all put in a single layer, and we are going to organize them in certain groups where it becomes very clear what is what. Let's start. Now, the first thing you notice that when you create any document, you come to layers, there is always a layer on top. This is the main layer, or the first layer, I would say, that is created. And all your work goes into layers. Now, obviously, if you don't create another layer, it's going to go inside a single layer. We will see in details about layers in the next lecture. For now, we want to focus on groups. So notice our artwork here. If I select, for example, the background, the blue background here, I simply click on it. You will notice that there is something here. The square has appeared, a green one. You selected something in this layer. If I click on the arrow, I will open the layer. I can see everything inside the layer. Pretty obvious. And you notice at the bottom here, there is the background. Here it is. Notice that I clicked on the background, but the background is not selected. To select an object from layers here, you have to click on this circle here. So now it's selected. I'm going to lock it and then put it off for now. You can see the selection, this small rectangle I will be doing. The way to select anything, for example, you want to select this ellipse, you know what it is at least. You click on it and you notice it's selected over here. Or you can select something from here and you notice it is selected over here. To select from here, this is not a selection. This is a selection. And it's obvious because when you click just here, you don't select anything. Notice? Nothing is selected, but you have to click on the circle to have it selected. Let's start with the clouds. Now we have here some clouds and we want to select them all. Before we go there, you notice that this binding box is green. Now, if you don't like it, you can change its color. You can change the color from the layer. Let's go to the layer. This is the layer above. And click on the square artwork here. And layer options will open for you. You can scroll down arrow and decide which color you want to use. I'm going to go for dark green. And click OK. I hope you see it better now. Doesn't look like dark green, but I know you can see it well. I selected the first one. I'm going to press Shift and select the second one. And another one, and all the rest. Now, if I come to my layer here, it's going to tell me, hey, you selected something from this layer. You can see it from over here. I'll scroll down and go and see what did I select. These are compound path. Now, it's very nice to have the clouds like this, but I need to group them and give them a name like clouds. The way to do that is very easy. You go to Object and you go to Group. And the shortcut is Command or Control G. So I'm going to go Command G on my Mac, and they have been grouped now. They are selected. If I come over here, I have now a group. I can double click on the group and rename it Clouds. As simple as this. So now at least I know that I have the clouds in one group. If I want to select all the clouds, I can come to the clouds group here, select it. Now I selected all of them. Let's do the same for the others. When I select the butterfly. Now notice it selected also the clouds. Since the clouds is a group, I can shift and deselect. One click to select and shift, one click to select or deselect. So now I have only the butterfly. I can right click on the butterfly and go group. Here it is. Now it creates something. I don't know where it is. I'm going to look for it. It's over here. This is my group. So I'm going to call it Butterfly 1. Let's do the same for the Butterfly 2. I'm going to select it just like this. And in case you select something wrong, selected this with it, you can press Shift and deselect again. You know it's selected when it has the color of the layer. Doesn't matter how much I will zoom, it will always stay very thin. And the trick sometimes I use is to press the Command key. And since it's going to show me all the anchor points, obviously this is selected. So the way to deselect it now is to press Shift and deselect. I have the butterfly. I can right click on an element and an object in the butterfly and say group and it's over here. You notice selected. I can double click on it and call it butterfly 2. If I want to select butterfly 1, I can just click on it. Here you are, I selected the whole group. And here I selected the whole group. Now, I want to select these waves here. Well, I'm gonna go just like this. And obviously I did the wrong selection. I selected even the butterflies. Not good. I'm gonna do it again. So don't try to do like precision. If it doesn't work, just deselect it. Now I selected all these lines, these waves, and so on, but also I selected the monster here. I need to deselect the monster. Since I want to deselect all the monster, all I have to do is to press Shift and deselect the monster. Here you are. Now, how do you know you selected? Press the Command key. You notice, okay, I can see other things here. Deselected. That's one way. Another way I like to do also to make 100% sure is to press Control X or Command X on the PC and delete them. Wow. Then I don't do Control V, of course not. I do Control Z or Command Z on the Mac and they come back. But I'm sure of what I've selected. I'm gonna right click on one of them here and I go to Group, or I could press Control G. Here they are. They are selected now. Where are they? This is the group. To check, I put it off, put it on. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted in this group. I'm gonna double click over here and call it, for example, waves. Now I have my little monster here. I'm gonna select all my monster. In fact, I'm gonna start zooming in. Here you are. Where is it? How do I know I selected all the monster? I'm gonna come over here. It's not very visible. I'm gonna change the color here from dark green to maybe orange. Let's see if it's gonna work. Could have scrolled down and selected the orange from here and click OK. Now that's better. So now I can see exactly what is selected here. We can right click and say group and call it Mr. Monster. Where is it? So it's gonna be here. I can see the thumbnail is nice. I call it monster. Cool. I misspelled monster. I have my artwork, but yet I want to change the colors of the eyes. Or actually, I want to group the eyes because I want to move them around. To edit the group, you come to the group anywhere and you double click on one of them. So notice now you are what we call in the isolation mode. So it has isolated the group from all other artwork. So you notice this one is bright colors, the others are faded. It means you are inside this group. You are in isolation mode for this group. I'm gonna select it and then press Command plus to zoom in. And now I'm inside the group. Because I'm inside the group, I can select anything inside this group. Notice how? So I don't have to double click anymore. Doesn't matter. I can select inside the group because I'm in the isolation mode for this group. I'm gonna select the eyes. And of course, I'm gonna select the body and the ear here. It seems being selected. So now I'm sure I selected only the eyes. I move them. Yes, I selected them. I want to group these eyes. So I will right click and go group or use the shortcut. So now you notice the eyes are just here. I'm going to click on one of them, make sure it's there, double click and say monster eyes. Now I have a subgroup now. Notice inside the monster group, I have a subgroup called eyes. If I go out, completely out from the document, notice I'm outside completely. I'm going to select the upper group and then Control plus, let's go inside. And then I'm going to double click inside. So now I selected the subgroup, the eyes. Want to change the color here, I will double click inside. So now I'm inside the monster eyes group and the monster group in the main artwork. I'm in 2 levels. So now the isolation mode is on the monster eyes group. I can change the colors here, do what I want. As soon as I'm at this level, I can select any one of them. So I'm at this level. To exit, you can come to the arrow. You click the arrow several times, it exits. But better yet, I prefer this is the first click, second click, double clicking. So I'm inside now. The best way is to come somewhere blank and double click outside. You exit all. Doesn't take much. Now, the order here is very important. I have a group over here or anything if you like. You can take the monster eyes and drop it under, for example, let's put it on the bottom, it disappears. So now they are, of course, not in the right order. So whatever is on top will be seen on top. Whatever is on bottom will be seen on bottom. I think this is obvious for you guys. Okay, so I put them up here. Now we have organized our file in very nice ways. Let's put on the background. At the level of the layer, you notice that butterfly one, this butterfly is on top. I can put it on bottom if I want to, just by clicking and dragging inside. Be careful not to click and drag inside here. So now you have a group under a group. And if you did this mistake, just select it from here and click and drag and take it up here. So now you separated the groups. You can manipulate your way. So this is all about groups. It's very easy. You need to come and play with it. But now our artwork is quite organized and we can work. In the next video, I want to show you about layers, and it's even easier than this. We are going to go from a one layer file or project to several layers, and we are going to group them according to layers and organize our works and see why layers are useful. By the way, guys, everything we do about layers and groups is about organizing your work. It's not mandatory. You can be as messy as you want as long as the project or the file or the artwork is for you. But when you start wanting to amend it after some time, you really don't want to come to one single layer that has a million objects inside it and you don't know what's happening. You want to be organized, and it's really very important. What are layers? Layers are everything. Any object, a group of objects, has to be in a layer. You can't have anything outside the layer. When you create a new document, if you take file, we take anything, it doesn't matter. If you create and you come to layers, there is always layer one. In this case, it's empty. And of course, it is unlocked. You can lock it, you can unlock it. If you lock it, you can draw in it. You need another layer. If you unlock it, you can do something inside. So now you have an object inside the layer. You cannot have anything outside a layer. Let's get rid of this one. In the previous tutorial, we have seen about the groups. We grouped our work. Let's see a bit about layers. First of all, you can double click on the layer icon. Okay, it represents the artwork, and you have layer options here. And we know that you can change the color to whatever you like. Let's take gold. You can make it as a template. We have seen this sometimes, but for now, we unlock it. We can lock it, so we don't touch it. You can also design, this is for print, this is for show, stories like this, and you can dim the image. Simple tricks, not much. But also, most important, you can give it a name. Say, my work, as simple as this. And that is pretty important. You can also come over here and double click on the words and change the name. You just write something else. And just press enter, and you have changed the name. Now, on the bottom here, you can see you can create a new layer. You can create a sub-layer. So it depends on the level of organization that you want to do. For our work here, I want to create a new layer. So I created a layer 2. That's very fine. I'm going to select the butterfly. And notice how there is a small square here in the color of the layer. And that means you selected something inside this layer. I'm going to scroll down. And it says you selected the butterfly. I would like the butterfly to be on the top layer here. I will select it. Notice this is the selection. I can click and drag and drop it there. That's one way to do it. I'm going to undo. What I like most is to come over here. Let's say this layer is closed. You selected the butterfly. You know that's your selection. Then you come over and click on the small square here and take it to the other layer. Now, notice what's happened. It has moved everything to another layer. This is a small trick I love. But nevertheless, you could have selected the group from here and click and drag and just drop it in the layer. Don't drop it inside this group. Drop it on the layer. I have two groups inside layer 2, and layer 2 is on top of this layer, my work something. I'm going to rename the layer, double click on it, and say butterflies. Cool, not bad at all. So now I have butterflies, and inside there is the first group, as you can see, and the second group. If I decide that I want every butterfly in a layer, I could do that, okay? It's not necessary here, just to show you. You can create another layer. I'm going to create another layer. So I have layer 3. Take layer 3 and drop it in the layer butterflies. So you notice now layer 3, which is empty, is inside the layer butterflies. I can take the group here, select the group here, and just click on it and drag it and put it in layer 3. Of course, now I have a layer, and inside it there is a group. Very good organization. Actually, I recommend that you do that, but most of the time we skip that. I don't want any more butterfly 1 inside the layer. I just want it as a group. I'm going to click and drag and drop it in the main layer. Come over, select layer 3. So this is selecting layer 3, and I want to delete it. It's gone. Now, what else? Let's come to my work something layer and create a sub layer. But notice I made a mistake. I did not really select this layer, my work something. I selected the top layer. I'm going to undo, and this is selection. Okay, guys? And then create a sub layer. I'm going to take monster and put it in the sub layer. So now I have a layer, I have another sub layer here, and I'm going to call this layer monster. Now I changed my mind. I don't want monster to be inside my work something. I can click on it and I can put it on top. Now if you put it here, it will be inside this layer. Here inside this group, it doesn't go inside the group. It's going to become a sub layer. One way to do it is to go up, up. Notice how it has appeared. There is a thicker line here, and now we have a layer called monster. Of course, I can reorder them the way I would like. Put monster under butterfly or something like this. Now, waves and clouds, that's not bad. Backgrounds. Backgrounds, most of the time, we want to put them in a different layer and lock it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new layer. Select the background from here and drop it into layer 4. That's a new layer. Take layer 4, drop it at the bottom. It's very easy. Double click here and say background. Now, if you have a layer that has several objects, in our case, this layer has the 2 butterfly groups. If I click on the butterfly, I will not select the whole layer. I will select the group. That's the way it works. So if you have groups, it will select the groups. If I select the monster, which is in a layer on its own, now this is selected. This is not selected. You see, guys, this will be selected. Double circle. This is selected. As simple as this. Just for your attention. It might seem complicated, but actually it's very easy. Now, of course, if you want to edit the eyes, you double click again. You are in isolation mode for the group. So actually, this is about layers, and I would really love it if you organize your work from time to time, or don't wait until the end. Things might get very complicated. It's better that you organize as you go. Now, since we are going to work with layers and groups, and group certain things create new layers, I wanted to show you how to work with groups and layers. Next up, your assignment,